Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this video where we discuss my favourite video games of 2007. Now I am pre-recording a little bit, so you might see the same jumper. So in this series we talk about my favourite video games of a particular year. This one is 2007. So for this I am using the PAL, the UK release date, and I looked on IMDb and other places to see which games actually came out in 2007. Now I have done previous videos in this series, which will be linked in the description box below. So very quickly, I did a video on my favourite games of 1990 to 1995. And then from there, I've done videos all the way up to now, which is 2007. So the last video that you will have seen in this is, of course, my favourite video games of 2006. So let's get started. So as always, of course, this is my opinion, my personal favourite games. I'm sure there were many, many other games, there definitely were, that came out in 2007. So before we start with my favourites, actually, let's do an honourable mention for the world's hardest game. The world's hardest game came out in 2007. That annoying little square that's on the PC that you have to maneuver around and collect the little dots. You know what I'm talking about. That soundtrack will haunt me for the rest of my life. And was I very good at the world's hardest game? Absolutely not. But I had to have it as an honourable mention for 2007. So let's start with the Tomb Raider franchise. Tomb Raider Anniversary came out in 2007. So Tomb Raider Anniversary was, of course, a reimagining of the original Tomb Raider from 1997, I believe. So if the original Tomb Raider did come out in 1997, which I believe it did, then this would have come out at the 10-year anniversary of Tomb Raider, hence why it's called Tomb Raider Anniversary. I think Tomb Raider actually came out in 1996 though, now I'm thinking on it. But I think this was done for the 10-year anniversary, which is why it's called Anniversary. Now, of course, since Tomb Raider Anniversary, there have been other sort of reimaginings of the first Tomb Raider. Not really reimaginings, but there's obviously Tomb Raider Remastered. And I think this year we're getting yet another reimagining of the first Tomb Raider as well. So Anniversary sort of seems to have gone by the wayside now. Anniversary's never received a remaster. Now, I remember playing Anniversary for the first time on the Wii, and I really did enjoy Anniversary quite a lot. I preferred Legend personally, but I did enjoy Anniversary. So let's now move on to another franchise, Resident Evil. The Umbrella Chronicles came out in 2007, and again, on the Wii, that's where I played it. So Umbrella Chronicles has made my list, not because I think it's a brilliant Resident Evil game, because I don't, but it's the pure memories and nostalgia I have playing the Umbrella Chronicles with a very good friend. I hope she doesn't mind me saying her name, Holly. I have such fond memories playing the Umbrella Chronicles with her, so it had to make the list for that reason. But do I think that it is a brilliant Resident Evil game? No, I don't. Is it my personal favourite Resident Evil game? No, it's not. But for pure nostalgia, I had to put the Umbrella Chronicles on the list. So now we move on to actually my final game. So for 2007, I only have 3 favourite games and an honourable mention. So this is going to be a very short video. I definitely think 2006 was better for me in terms of gaming. And you will have seen that if you watched that video. Cheeky plug, link in the description. The last game on my list for 2007 is The Sims 2 Castaway. Do I think it's a brilliant game? No, but I do have nostalgic memories for The Sims 2 Castaway, and so that's why it is on this list. And this is a very, very short video. That is it for me and 2007. Now again, there were a lot more games that came out in 2007, but they weren't my favourites. It's as simple as that. So a very, very short video here. I think the last time this happened was in the year 2000. I didn't have many favourite games from the year 2000, but from 2000 to 2006, there were so many of my favourite games. 2007, not so much, as you can tell. And that really is it. So let me know your favourite games of 2007. Of course, the next video I'll be doing in this series will be my favourite games of 2008. Hopefully there's more than 3 on that list. So thank you very much for watching this short and sweet video. And until next time, bye Embers.